Anything else in particular that you would like to speak about?
Let me see. I really think the world is going through a big upheaval at the moment. And Sean, my son, your stepfather, he always says that the world is a living being. And if people start treating it badly, then she starts wiping them out. She has an appetite and feeds off them.
That's
like
very...
the earthquake in Japan, she's feeding off people because there's too many people on the earth.
Yes.
They're destroying all the resources, and Earth will take its toll on anybody and anything.
She always has. It's a cycle.
Always has and always
will.
And I believe that. But this stuff about the world ending and what year is it? You know, but I don't.
2012?
2012.
Yes, what are your
my
thoughts?
God, I'll be 199 by that time. In 2012, I think it's all bullshit. And also, I think that people talk about it, and it's a way of making money out of gullible people.
Like the Y2K thing?
Right.
Same.
Exactly. What happened the day after that?
Everybody woke up
Dick
hungover.
off.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Nothing.
Whoa.
Now, the book business has undergone a tremendous change. People are downloading free books off the internet, and publishers and writers are in a mess for money at the moment. I'm so glad I've been in it a long, long time. It was first published in 1982, so I've been at it a long time. And I was in the golden age of publishing when they sent you around on a book tour and you sold hundreds of thousands of books and you got big advance for what you were writing. And now book sales are just gone right down the toilet. The bookstores are going broke. Borders has gone into bankruptcy. They're closing the stores as fast as they can. The publishers don't really know what to do. So they're publishing stuff in e-books now.
Yes.
These aren't e-books, but these are on tape. You know, they're
books on tape.
I can't even know them, but
books on tape.
But they're you can listen to them. You know, they're on discs, and those are more expensive than buying the books. But they sell these to libraries, and libraries loan them out.
And they'll loan them out.
So, yeah, so that's good. But they don't really know what they're going to do about it to make money, these publishers. And they are, every book now that they have the rights to, they're doing them in e-book form so that people can pay the money to Amazon and download it on the internet into these readers that are called, what do they call, maybe you know, Sony readers and those sort of things. And this is a new trend, and you know, probably next Christmas, there's be somebody you know that will get one of these e-readers for Christmas, and you can like have hundreds of books in this little machine and listen to hundreds and hundreds of books, or they come up on the screen and you can read them. Yeah, you carry them in your purse. They're so small. And
does that still affect your percentages in
sales? That's right.
Doesn't it?
You don't get paid as much for an e-book. But there's a new thing. Instead of your publisher, like you get about 10 cents a book, an author, and instead of that, Amazon, which changed the face of publishing, believe me, they're so clever, that they have offered authors 70% and they'll keep 30%. So if there's anything that I still own the rights to, I can upload it to Amazon, and they'll download it every day, and they'll send you the money. They'll send it to you every week. Instead of waiting years and years for your publisher to send out little bits of checks, Amazon will send you your money every month, whatever you've earned.
Fantastic.
And an awful lot of writers are thinking about doing it themselves.
Makes sense.
You get 70%. So if you price your book low, say at $2.99 a book, Amazon will keep 99 and you get the $2. Or $2 a book. I have a friend who, in the last 3 weeks, she put up one of her backlists, one of her old books called Swept Away. She's Marsha Canham. She put up Swept Away, and she's already sold, in the last 3 weeks, she's up to 16,000 books.
Wow.
Well, at $2 a book, that's $32,000.
Sure. That's
the publisher isn't going to give her $32,000 for an old book.
You were saying 10 cents even back then is what
That's
you were
right,
getting.
that's right.
How many of your books do you still own the rights
I'm trying to get my rights back, little by little by
to?
little.
You have to pay for them all
Because
back.
everything I've ever written is still published.
Yes.
So it's I got last week. I managed to get the rights back to one short story, because the publisher Dorchester went bankrupt. So right away I wrote and asked for my rights to my story back, and they were good enough to give it to me. And 2 books that I wrote 28 years ago for Avon, I've just got the rights back to those. One is Bold Conquest and the other is Wild Hearts. And I'm going to, first of all, I've got to type them into a document,
Okay.
and then format them. And then Marcia, my friend, who's done this with some of hers, she's going to show me how to upload it to Amazon, and we're going to see what we do with the ones, but I don't own very many of them.
Really? But the 2 that you do, you said are
I'm
Bold
going-
Conquest
And
and
Wild Hearts, and I'm going to put them up on Amazon, and people will be able to download them as ebooks into their e-readers.
and that's much better because the authors actually
And I will
get
get the money,
the
instead of
money
the
as
publishing
opposed to the
company.
publishing company. Fantastic.
Good idea. And everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, believe me.
I believe it.
They
It makes sense.
They are.
Now my other question was, I was asking you briefly before about what is there stopping from having some of your books, which are fantastic love stories and very sexual, about having them being turned into a movie?
Well, every writer has a dream about their stuff being put into television series or put into movies. But the truth is that the movie and television business is mainly run by 19 and 20-year-old men. And they're only interested in car crashes and car chases and bing bang boom. And they're not really interested in historical love stories. And if you do ever see a historical love story like Elizabeth I or something on television, you can rest assured that the woman who's wrote them, her husband's a television producer. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
It stands to
And
reason.
unless you really have an in the business, you're just never going to make it. There are hundreds and hundreds of us, and I've had one of mine. People will give you a little bit of money and reserve it and say they're going to make a movie out of it, but it never ever comes to fruition. It's just, you know, never get your hopes up when they say we're going to take this, and you know,
Turn it
and
into a
they
movie.
and they'll put like $20 down on it and
Oh,
say no,
yeah,
but
but
I'm
they
saying
say, yeah.
no, they'll give you $1,000, and then they'll hold those rights for years and years and years, and nothing ever comes of it. So you might as well not bother.
So if they hold the rights to would they give you
It's just for
$1,000?
the movie.
It's just for the movie.
Just for the movie
Okay.
rights.
So they don't own.
So you get nothing unless they make this movie, and then you get something back of it, you know. So
Well, that's too bad because some of her books definitely should be movies. They are very passionate and romantic indeed.
thank you.
You're very welcome. Virginia Henley, she is also my grandmother and one of my greatest inspirations for my writing and my wanting to do comedy and this kind of stuff with interviews. It's been my absolute pleasure and honor to do this interview with you.
You're wrong. It was my pleasure.
I love you very much.
I love you too, Mike.
Thank you very much.